Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So I thought I'd just do a little bit of an update on the Insignia. It's only going to be quite a short video, this one. So the last video I did on the Insignia, it had quite a significant fault and the car just was not running. And at the very end of the video it showed that the DPF was full. I now realise that's not the case. So what basically was going on? First thing, the reason why the car wasn't running is the EGR system was completely blocked. The EGR valve itself was seized and it was in the open position. This was causing all manner of issues. So I struggled for ages to get the entire EGR system and cooler off because I wanted to completely inspect it, which I did. Got the EGR valve and cooler off and found that was completely seized, the EGR valve. So lots of time spent cleaning, making good and testing to verify that the EGR system was okay. Placed all the gaskets, put everything back together, buttoned it all up and hoping that that would fix my issues, but of course I still had this DPF issue going on. So managed to get the car started, and in this next photo you'll see that there was an awful lot of what seemed like at the time coolant coming out of the exhaust. This transpires to not be coolant but nothing more than moisture within the DPF. Now what was happening is the DPF itself was trying to do a regen, and because the car wasn't running well enough for that to happen, it just kept trying and trying and trying and trying and trying, chucking loads of fuel at the situation, I'm assuming, and that was causing the white smoke, the misrunning and everything else. So once I'd sorted out the EGR issue, I then went ahead and cleared or did a full reset on the DPF, which essentially stopped the cycle. So it prevented the DPF from trying to regen, or the car from trying to regen the DPF, should I say, and cleared all the codes. The car started immediately, and then I was just back to my usual two codes, which was the two glow plugs, which I still haven't done, and hopefully I'll get those done shortly, and I'll show those, or the process of doing that, in a later video. But I'm happy to report that she is running perfectly. And it has been for the last couple of weeks now, no issues at all. Nice steady idle, revving perfectly, no problems. So I thought I'd just give a little bit of an update and a bit of a closure to the issue. So all seemed to be relating to a DPF regen that couldn't happen and a problem on the EGR circuit. So the last thing I really want to do in this video is address one more little thing, which is to talk about a recall recently that Vauxhall was issued on the Mark 1s, which is what this is, and that's for the toe links. Now they corrode, and the underside of this car is relatively corroded for its age. Almost looks like a seaside car that's been there in a salty environment. Its main corrosion is actually the subframe. It's all surface. So I just wanted to take a little look at the toes, or the toe links should I say, to see exactly how bad they are. And I've got this booked in for a recall, so we'll take a little look. Okay, so having removed the majority of the corrosion, they're not actually quite as bad as I thought they were going to be. So yeah, there is corrosion. It's relatively solid at the moment. I can't see any obvious cracks. So I'm pretty happy to run these, or run this car safely until the recall. So that's the left side. This is the right hand side. Now yes, you can see corrosion, definitely, and I can understand completely how these break, but I can't see any cracks, which is the main thing that I wanted to just inspect. So I am happy to run this car until such a time as the recall can be done. It's just amazing how quickly a modern car can start to rot. I mean, the subframe, I mean, I'm going to get all this cleaned up and put some kind of protection on it just to, you know, prevent any further corrosion. It's not the worst I've seen, but it ain't great, you know. Looks like my springs at some point they're going to start to go. Not unusual. Cool. Okay, happy with that. Okay, thanks for watching. So I now have a fully running Insignia. I'm not too fussed about the toe links at this point. I have got it booked in for the recall to get those replaced, because the last thing I want is those to snap. But for the moment I'm happy with what I've seen, so I'm going to continue to drive the car. And yeah, I hope some of you find this useful. Insignias, they're a bit of a love-hate for some people, because they love to go wrong and people love to hate them, but actually once they're running well, they're a really good car. So hopefully this one will continue to do so. So if you find this useful and you've enjoyed watching this, then please do like, and if you want to see more content like this, then please subscribe. Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you in the next one.